Update. Am I the a-hole for not helping my ex after her miscarriage? Original post. I, 21 male, dated my ex Paige, 22 female, all through high school. Our relationship was awful. In year 1 of college, I had a one-night stand and cheated on her. I know I'm the a-hole for that, but she wanted to work things out. A year later, I found out she'd been sleeping with one of our mutuals for months and ended things. Obviously, it was fair that she cheated, but we just weren't in love. We kept hooking up for a few months after and broke things for real 6 months ago. Weeks after we broke things off, Paige hit me up and told me she was pregnant and I was the dad. I didn't want to be with her, so I told her we could co-parent. She wasn't happy about that, but she didn't really get a choice. Well, a month or so after that, she called me sobbing and told me she miscarried. I was heartbroken but felt worse for her, because that's an awful thing to go through. I told her I'd help with any medical expenses or finding support groups or counseling resources, but she got upset at me for not being more supportive and staying with her at her place or calling her more. I have a new partner now and don't really talk to Paige, but some of her friends have texted me saying she hasn't recovered and wants to talk to me and that I should help her. I haven't checked in on her in a couple months. I don't expect her to be over the miscarriage at all, but I don't get why she's expecting me to be the one to help her through it. I'm not a professional, so I don't think I can help by being in touch with her. Am I the a-hole? Any advice is appreciated too. Edit to add. Sorry for the confusion. I didn't just cut her off after she miscarried. I'd text her every once in a while for a couple months afterward. Usually she'd text back, saying she wanted me to come stay with her. I'd decline and send her links to support groups and whatnot. Last time was in June. I asked her how she was. She said bad. I asked if she got help. She said no. I said she should and I'd be there to help navigate it, and that was that. Now for the top comments before reading the updates. Do you have proof that she was ever pregnant in the first place? No, I don't. Maybe I'm stupid, but I didn't think I needed any. That's just such a big thing to lie about. Pregnancy right after you break contact. Miscarriage when that doesn't make you want to get back together. This is not exactly the first time this story has been told. If I believe her and I'm wrong, I risk getting duped and feeling bad for someone I'm not with anymore. If I don't believe her and I'm wrong, I'm accusing someone who just went through one of life's worst experiences of lying about it and adding in more hurt to what they're already going through. I totally get what you're saying, and it might even be true. I just don't think that possibility is worth considering, because it does more harm than good. Question. Do you know if she was sleeping with anyone else when you were casually both sleeping together post-breakup? How does she know you were definitely the father? You say a month or so after you found out she was pregnant, she called you sobbing and told you she miscarried. But you didn't tell us how long ago that event happened. Was it a couple of months ago? In the time you haven't checked up on her? This one's hard to judge whether you're the a-hole. You say it was a horrible relationship and you both cheated. You've now moved on and are seeing someone else. I'm going to say not the a-hole because contacting her might keep her in limbo with false hope if she still wants to get back with you. And it sounds like she did want to try working things out. Cutting contact might help her move forward. You're not together anymore. I don't see how talking to you is going to help her, unless she's using it as an excuse to talk to you. After what you both did in your relationship, it's time to move on. Checking in on her won't help her unless you both want to continue some sort of relationship. She claims she wasn't sleeping with anyone else during that time, and I have no reason to think she was lying, because I was open about sleeping with other people, so it's not like we were pretending to be exclusive. Sorry for being confusing with the timeline. She miscarried about 4.5 months ago. I last checked up on her 2-ish months ago. Appreciate the advice. Definitely time to move on from each other. It's just so much harder for her with what happened, understandably. Now for the first update. I wasn't going to update, but this got crazy. I have a friend, Anna, who's close with Paige and is also dating my best friend. Anna just got back from studying abroad, and this was our text conversation, copied and pasted since I can't post screenshots. Anna: Hey, this is really random, but did Paige talk to you about what happened in March? Me: Yeah, she hit me up right away. Why? Anna: I don't know, man. She told me what happened. I know things are weird with you too, and I just wanted to make sure she actually told you and that you went to a doctor. Me. Yeah, like a while ago. Did you want me to talk to her? Anna, I know she wants to talk to you, but that's not my business. I don't care. This isn't really my business either. I just wanted to make sure you were good. Me. Yeah, all right. Welcome back. Thanks for checking. I'm over it now, so I'm fine. I assumed she meant the miscarriage Paige's other friends texted me about when they asked me to help her through it. But when I saw Anna in person after this, she asked if being good meant testing negative or getting treatment. I was confused, so she explained what Paige told her, which I'm guessing is the truth. Paige told Anna that she had been sleeping around before and after we broke up and got pregnant. Paige was sure the baby was not mine and had an abortion. When she got checked afterward, in March, she was diagnosed with chlamydia. The only thing I'm mad about is that she didn't tell me she had an STD. I'm honestly over all the other stuff at this point. I also want to say that it's really weird Paige even told Anna. Anna was the one who caught me cheating and told Paige, and she was also the one who caught Paige cheating and told me. She's a great friend but can't keep secrets. Total narc. Not the person you go to if you want things kept quiet. Anyway, my partner and I now have appointments to get tested because I might have had chlamydia for 6 months. I don't know if I should text Paige and go off on her. I'm so pissed off. Edit to clarify, Anna being a narc isn't a bad thing. We call her that jokingly because she can't keep surprises and always spills secrets if it's the right thing to do. We love her for it because she keeps us in check. That was my fault for phrasing it poorly. Edit to add, I cheated once in a one-night stand 3 years ago. Anna knew the girl, found out, and, rightfully, told Paige. I got tested after. A year or so later, Paige started sleeping with one of our mutuals. She and Anna were roommates at the time, and Anna caught them in the act and told me. I'm not saying my cheating was better. It wasn't. It was the worst thing I've ever done. But I want to make it very clear that I did not give Paige chlamydia. I understand why people assumed I did. I explained things poorly. I'm just clarifying so people stop saying that the thing she gave me is actually on me. Your ex told Anna knowing it'd get back to you, so you either get tested but she doesn't have to tell you if it's true, or if it's not true, so you'll reach out even if it's to chew her out. Get tested. Don't engage with her. That's most likely what she wants. This makes a lot of sense. I was really confused about her telling Anna since there's no way she didn't think she would tell me. According to Anna, she didn't even say anything like, don't say anything to him. If negative, reaching out is definitely a no. If positive, I'm honestly not sure. Not the a-hole. I could be completely wrong and unfair to your ex, but I can't help but wonder if, in her head, this is how she is punishing you for failing to come back to the relationship. She didn't miscarry, she aborted. It's absolutely her right and her choice to do so, and probably wise under the circumstances. But one allows her to demand your sympathy and emotional support much more than the other. Yeah, I'm not upset about her choice at all. It wasn't my kid, and even if it was, it's her body. I am a bit upset I went through forcing myself to be excited about being a dad to cope and thinking I lost my kid to uncontrolled factors, when really I never had one to begin with, and the circumstances were controlled. Now for the last update. People asked for an update, so here I am. This morning my partner and I found out we have chlamydia and got antibiotics. My partner's surprisingly unbothered and has helped me calm down these past few days. I know I said I'd chew out Paige if I was positive, but now that I've calmed down, I see no point in it. Some told me I could sue her. I'm pretty sure I can't because she didn't know when we had sex, and even if I could, it's my senior year of college. I have other things to focus on. In other news, Anna cut off Paige and won't tell me why, but she says it has nothing to do with me. I'm kinda glad since Anna was our only real mutual, and Anna, her boyfriend, me and my partner are renting a place together soon. Doing that with my ex's friend might have been weird. But I'm also honestly really worried about Paige. Anna was her last rational and dependable friend. The other ones who wanted me to help her when she miscarried disappear when things get hard, and definitely wanted me to talk to her to get her off their hands. Either way, I won't reach out, especially since my relationship is going really well. I might ask Anna to maybe check in on her, but I won't push. Not much else to say. Don't be like me, since I had the clap for 6 months and didn't know. Get tested often and use protection. Edit. I'm trying very hard to stop doing stupid things, and per the advice I've gotten, asking Anna to check on Paige would go against that goal. So no need to worry. I finally blocked Paige and I'm putting this whole thing to rest. If you ask more, you'll open more doors. Not the a-hole. I mean, I'm curious what's behind the door of why Anna and Paige aren't friends anymore, but it's not my business, so I won't ask. I mean, it definitely sounds like it has everything to do with this drama and the fact that she's about to start living with you. I see why you think that. Anna's just not the type to lie, so when she says it has nothing to do with me, I believe her. We've had plans to all room together for months, and the drama has been happening the whole time. She never had a problem being friends with both Paige and me. Dude, don't ask Anna to check on her. That steps on Anna's boundaries. Cut her off and move on. If you think there is a legit danger there, if you truly believe she could harm herself, then you could reach out to her parents with an FYI, but nothing more. This is a really good point. I forgot I can still access literally anyone else in her life. I don't need to make this Anna's problem. Thank you. Next story. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my girlfriend after I found out what she did after I asked for exclusivity? My girlfriend and I have been together for almost a year now. Things had been going pretty well. At least I thought they were. When I first asked her to be exclusive, she didn't say yes right away. She told me she needed some time to think about it. That kind of threw me off, but I didn't want to pressure her, so I gave her space. About a week later, she came back and told me yes, she wanted to be exclusive with me, and I thought that was the start of us building something real together. Fast forward to the other day. We were hanging out when one of her friends casually said, "Hey, did you hear Jake got a girlfriend?" At first, I didn't think much of it, but then I heard my girlfriend's reaction. She immediately blurted out, "Are you freaking serious? That a-hole told me he never wanted a relationship." I froze when I heard that. It wasn't the kind of reaction you'd expect if Jake was just some random guy, so I asked her who Jake was. She suddenly got really sheepish and tried to dodge the question. That only made me more suspicious, so I kept pressing her until she finally admitted the truth. Turns out Jake was a guy she was dating at the same time she was dating me, something I had no idea about. I started connecting the dots and realized this must have been going on during the time when she told me she needed to think about exclusivity. I asked her straight up what she had been doing with Jake while she was supposedly making up her mind about me. At first, she flat out refused to answer. She tried to brush it off and said it wasn't important anymore. I told her that if she couldn't be honest with me, I was done. That's when she finally confessed that she had asked Jake for exclusivity during that time, and he turned her down. That stung in a way I wasn't prepared for. It wasn't just that she had been seeing someone else while also dating me. It was the fact that, when I asked her to commit, she actually went and asked another guy first. The only reason she chose me was because Jake rejected her. In that moment, everything clicked, and I realized I couldn't just pretend this didn't matter. I told her that's exactly what I thought had happened, and then I walked away. I told her we were done. Now I'm left feeling conflicted. On the one hand, we've been together for almost a year, and a part of me feels like throwing that away is hard. On the other hand, knowing I was basically her second choice crushes me. It's like the foundation of our relationship was built on a lie. I keep going back and forth in my head. Was I right to walk away, or should I have tried to work through it? All I know is I can't stop replaying her words and realizing that if Jake had said yes, I probably wouldn't even be in this relationship right now. Now for the comments. Your instincts were right. For argument's sake, let's just say that dating two folk at once in the early days is okay. She was ultimately faced with a choice between you. She chose him, and he said no, so you were the backup. It hurts, but you've done the right thing. Not only that, but she was still mad about him, which means if she heard he was down for a relationship, she would have left OP in a minute. Bro, just a heads up in the future. If you ever ask a girl to be exclusive and she says she needs time to think about it, just walk away, because you ain't the one, amigo. This needs to be higher up. I was dating someone in early stages. Like 2 months in, they broke up via text while drunk. A day later, they were spamming me with calls and texts, saying they made a mistake and begging to get back together. Absolutely did not go back. I don't want to be with someone on the fence. I want someone who wants me. Not the a-hole. You handled it perfectly. You were the backup dude. Had Jake said yes, you'd have been cooked. In fact, based on old girl's reaction, had Jake reappeared at any point in the last year and changed his mind, she would have dumped you in a heartbeat at best or cheated on you with him at worst. And now you cooked her. Rightfully so. She got exactly what she deserved. It's too bad that it took a year for it to come back around, but better late than never. Last story. Would I be the a-hole if I ghosted my boyfriend after surgery? I've been with my LDR almost 10 years. Some great, some good, some bad times. He's not verbally or physically abusive. He's a hard worker, handsome, etc. I can tell you a whole bunch of good things about him. However, every single time I ask him to do something with me or for me, he's agreeable until it's almost time for whatever it is. I asked him to go to my son's graduation. He said yes. Then all of a sudden, clutch your pearls, he couldn't go. He didn't have shoes. He would not go to my son's wedding last minute. No reasonable response. Now I'm having knee replacement surgery in September. For 3 months, he told me he was agreeable to come help me after surgery. After all, it's the least he could do. I helped him after surgery last year. He told me he requested the time off from work and just kept reminding me to check the status of his time off request. 2 weeks ago, he says, bad timing and/or a bunch of BS. I'm leaning towards BS. He contacted a lawyer regarding this workplace injury, etc., and that it hasn't healed correctly. If she can get workers' comp to approve PT, then the attorney says therapy is what he has to do for his case. While I do agree with the attorney that whatever they tell him to do in order to get his case settled, he has to do, and I certainly don't want him in pain, for the love of God, physical therapy wasn't 5 days a week last time. I'm sure it's not this time either. He said he was sorry, but I have 3 kids that can help me. By the way, he has kids that could and should have helped him. So would I be the a-hole if I just walk away from him without another word? Why would ghosting be your go-to option? Just tell him it's because he bails on you when you need him. Not the a-hole, but ghosting seems unnecessary unless there is info we are missing. No missing information, just think he knows exactly why I would leave, and bluntly, even politely, would not make a difference. I've already told him about a month ago how many times he's let me down and how it hurt. He seemed unfazed, so to me it's pointless to repeat it and say goodbye. Not gonna lie, after 10 years of him bailing on the big stuff, it makes sense you're fed up. You wouldn't be the a-hole for walking away, but ghosting after that long might feel unfinished for you. If you're done, you're done. Just maybe give yourself closure too. I'm surprised that OP made it 10 years before getting fed up. The guy clearly doesn't care. Now for the mini update. I'm nicely surprised with the quick responses from so many of you. I know the right thing to do is tell him I'm leaving and why, but right now I'm hurt, frustrated, and angry. I don't want the last things I say to him to be nasty and hurtful, and I have a bit of a temper. So I'm debating if telling him I'm done and why would even be worth it. Not going to change anything, or if I should just quietly walk away and be done. My Reddit friends, you are all awesome.